Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Thursday, May the 4th. Looks like I forgot to put the 4 in there. Oh, and the year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Trading with Walmal. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and different from Walmal's. Walmal's got himself in a mess. He wanted to wait. But I said, hey, it might be a good idea to watch Walmal trade himself out of this mess here.
Yep, I just went long at roughly 70 or something like that, and it dumped on me, and I just went long again at 60 to go and get myself out of the mess, and it now seems to be coming up a little bit. In fact, just give me a half a second, boys and girls, and I'm out of this thing.
Hey, don't forget the non-binaries. Uh-oh. Man, it hit
Yep.
65 on my chart.
Yeah, I didn't get out because I was laughing, and I shouldn't be laughing when I'm trading. I should be trading.
Yeah.
But right now I'm about 2 pips underwater right now. If I, which I'm thinking about getting out, just taking a 2 pip loss. And that's a decision I got to make. But I think it's going to go back up. And I know hoping and thinking is not a trading plan, but when I look at the chart, it just seems to me that that's where it wants to go.
Yeah,
And so I'm going to go.
67.8 is the 38% retrace. 63.8 is the 23, and 71 is the 50% retrace from three ball to three ball here.
Yeah. So I need to get out. I need to get to 66 to get out of this thing clean, which I had before. But like I said, I was laughing and not paying attention, and I didn't get out.
Okay, you got a
But
flip flop
that's
box here, but you've got an estate change, but you've got the magenta dots.
yep.
Okay, now it
So
just
I'm
turned
looking.
on you. Here you go.
Here
66
we go.
on my chart, 67.
I'm out.
There you go.
Yep. Yep. I'm out. So I picked up between I did take a loss on that first trade, but on the second trade I picked up enough where between everything I picked up like about 6 pips. So that's not bad.
6 pips?
Yep.
Did how many
Because I
times
got
did
into six
how many times did you get in?
just the second time because my first trade I got in at 70 and I got out at 69 69.8. That
Oh,
was just
okay.
about half the. And then the second trade I got in at 59.4. So actually I picked up more than that. I picked up 9 pips. So I read that upside down. But you know, the thing is, this is moving, and this is not trading that I recommend for newbies because what happened was at 8:15 Eastern time, which is about 10 minutes ago, based on the charts that you're seeing right now. What happened was the euro went and dropped news. And I haven't even looked to see what the news was. I don't know if it's good for the euro, bad for the euro. I haven't looked. But all I know is that they dropped red news at that time. And it shows you that, just because the news drops for the euro dollar, it can affect the pound dollar too. And so you have to be aware of that, and just keep that on, that's why on my charts, on my Forex factory, you can go and filter out things that you don't care about. Well, during the London session and the New York session, I keep up there the euro, the pound, and the dollar because those are the three most likely to affect the dollar or the pound. And
Well,
just
the yen
something.
too.
Yeah, well, yeah, it can, but it doesn't. It seems to me like the euro affects it more than the yen does,
Yeah.
but it does from time to time.
By the way, you
But
got a flip
mainly,
flop box here with three dots.
yep, yeah. So right now you've got a state change, you got a flip flop box, and you've got. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3 dots. You're right. So this would be a long trade. I'm not taking it, and here's the reason why. And it's going to make a liar out of me probably. The reason why is because we got all that headwind above us right now, and it ran into problems, a couple of times, like 3 times before. Now, if it breaks the area of about um, 71.4. I'm going to take that. And the reason why is because if you look further to the left when the news drop, you got that big return bar, and it's got to get all the way back up to basically 80.
By the way, that flip-flop box trade would have been worth 2 pips if you had taken it.
If I had taken it, of course. It's just my problem right now is that, you know, I just see those the tops of those wicks, and I don't want to say they scare me, but at the same time they're big warning signs to me. It's sort of like you with your one balls. It just tells me, hey, pay attention, guy. There's a reason why it's stopping there. And the other indicator too is if you look at those top of those wicks, each one of them is a little bit lower than the previous. Yeah. And it's sort of like we're starting to compress. Now, eventually, that's what I'm saying. If it goes and breaks, you know, that area around 71.3, 71.4, that's sort of like that tells me that, okay, now it's broken all of that. You know, it broke through the ceiling, and now it can go. So I usually like to wait a little bit for that. By the way, we got a state change flip-flop box to the downside. So if you would have taken that, I missed it because I was yapping. But it could have picked up 2 pips going south. Right. Only had 1 magenta dot, but this type of trading, the way it's moving right now, you got to be quick. Right. You can't dilly dally. And if you got a bad, you know, if you got an internet connection that's kind of slow, or your broker's too far away, you know, in terms of internet miles, whatever that is, you can get burned on this pretty quick.
Yeah, your ping time.
Yep. Okay, well, I have a gap down on my chart. You probably have a gap up.
No, I didn't. I don't think. Maybe a slight gap. I don't have the gap indicator on this particular chart. Okay. Hey, there's your flip-flop box with 2 dots, and that would be good. Yep. For a couple pips.
2 pips.
Yeah, but remember, traders, see, on this particular broker that I use when I make videos, this is a fixed spread broker. And so you can see on the other brokers, we would have had 2 pips, but on this particular one, you might have gotten a point because it is spread. And so for this type of trading, you really don't want to use fixed spread brokers. Not to try and pick up a couple of pips. It's you're fighting a losing game. You really are.
Wow, did you see that move?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because see, right now on our, that was at 3.6, I think I saw. So that would have been good for after commission. That would have been good for like 3.3 pips. But on this broker, you might have gotten point something if you were lucky and quick.
By the way, the U.S. news just went and dropped for the 8:30, which is red news, which is unemployment. FOREX Factory still has it listed as pending.
I thought the news was. I thought the news was at 7. You said
7 o'clock. What?
I thought. Well, my time. Did I misread something? No, yeah, that's right. Unemployment, 5:30 my time. Yeah, you're right.
So, the news just came out, and it's basically came in flat. Kind of expect what they expected, and so it's just where the market's going to go now is to wherever prices should have been. So they probably ran it in a particular direction for some reason, and now they're going to try to equalize it out because we have it 8:45. We have more red news, but that's just one of the Euro guys having a press conference. Right. But right now, it's just going to go. My opinion is that, you know, I was talking earlier, you know, Tierra, the possibility of it going to 2,600. Now my feeling is it's probably going to run down to the 2,500.
Yeah, well, it's at 2,550, so it's either going to hit 26 or 25. So.
Right, and we're putting in lower lows for the day right now.
And our daily range is only about 43 pips. It's pathetic.
Yeah. So we got lots of room. So, okay, we got another flip-flop box. Oh, it's not a flip-flop. It's the same flip-flop box. Sorry.
Yeah, we got a bunch of magenta dots. And one of the things I look at, traders, is I look at M5 and I just kind of visualize a line, say from and if it's sloping like this, it's just like I really don't want to be in a trade long. But you know, if the slope is more like this, then it's like, okay, I'll think about it, because it's just too much downside here, and it just usually
right.
will burn. So what I want to see is some consolidation. Hey,
Yeah, you
hey,
want to go
Walmal.
pressing.
Yeah, one of the things though, boys and girls, we were trading before the video. I had gotten short at 25.74, and that sucker ran against me all the way up to like 85, and I just couldn't. I had a chance to, you know, I'd averaged in. I could have gotten out both net profit, and I didn't, and it just ran against me. And then I finally started getting out, and then the news dropped, and I think I got out with like about a 2-pip profit. If I would have stayed in that 74, that would have been 20 pips.
Yeah.
I just have to laugh.
That's a legitimate trade right here. Only one aqua dot.
Right.
That would have been a nice, you know, 4-pipper right there.
Right.
Or more.
Well, yeah, you had a state change too.
I had a state change flip-flop box, but only one aqua dot.
Right.
And the thing is, you know, we weren't running into those. We were running into those tails, but the thing is that you had enough. The reason why you take that one is, as opposed to the ones I was talking about before, is because you had about 3 pips till you hit the tail. So it's okay. You got room in there to go in and take the trade to the tail. And if it breaks the tail, then you're really good shape.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that I've been doing lately, I put up my the last 10 highs and lows. You can see here we made a low, a lower low, and then we came back up through this one. So right here is when this candle turned green or at the line, is when, if I'm really trading aggressively, I would take that trade. Plus we had 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles in a row, and they were all lower candles, you know, from the state change. And so it's like, that's a buzzer reversal. And so just like right now, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3 working on 4. You can see all these highs right here. And
yep.
If you wanted to consider a short, but I wouldn't at this point, because we're coming off of that low. And I would definitely wait for, and there's that, your area that we needed to bust through. And so what I would be waiting for here is a state change to pick up.
Yeah. So right now, I'd be considering a long. And the only reason why is because we have that return bar. And so I want to go and I want another candle. I want this candle to close, and then if we get the next candle to close above this, the high of this, then I take it.
Yeah.
But the danger zone here is on that return bar. We are basically at that high was actually at the midpoint of that return bar, and a lot of return bars that fails right at the midpoint. Eventually, it goes and breaks it.
Yeah. So see here, one buzzer reversal, 1, 2, 3 in a row, and then it's like boom, and that would have been good for maybe 3, 4 pips, because it broke that previous candle's low right here, so you can see for some pips. But fellow traders, fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about over. So I hope you picked up a tip or two there. And when you're trading, always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.